Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to conclude my recent reflection that I put on my channel here. I want to finish the last part, okay? And the last part will be a little bit more, as always, I speak my mind. Okay, so the last part is about the title of the last part I put after corruption killing Africa. The last part is tribalism. Okay, I don't know how to say that in English. In French we say tribalism. Tribalism. And I thought it was very important to talk about it. But before I go to that video, I really want to introduce, open with this reflection, I don't know why I was talking with my aunt like a few days ago, and for some reason we happened to talk about I don't know what happened, and then she told me, I don't know what happened, and then she told me that she was in the bus, in the metro, like in France, of course, in Paris, and then she told me, no, it's always the same thing, black French, people, the black from the Caribbean, the French Caribbean, she said the black French, because you cannot stop it, and there are always people who are like that. The moment they see the moment they see a black African, they don't want to be around you, they go sit far. I mean, really, he shows, or the person shows that she doesn't, or he doesn't want to have something to do with you, like we are different. Some of them are not like that, but others are like that, okay? And we were talking, I don't know why we were talking about it. And it saddened me, because really it's sad that in these years today, people still have this habit. And I told her, it's not only black French from the Caribbean, also black in general, because when I was in Washington DC, I saw it many times. And some of you, maybe you will recognize yourself in this habit. It's like when you see another African see another African in the bus or in the metro, you see that he's African like you. The other one see that you are African. They do everything that they won't communicate with you. They will just turn their eyes on the other direction and really do everything to not have any conversation with you, as if we were like animals, okay? And then you are shocked that the other people see that we behave like animals, because there is no way that we are from the same continent or from the same race, and the moment we see each other, it's like we don't want to interact, we avoid each other. This is very animalistic habit. And even though it's worse than animalistic, because even in the animal kingdom, animals, they know how to unite, they know how to be together. I remember I had a dog before, a baby dog, a long time ago. She was a Jack Russell. She was a baby, and I don't know, I was carrying her, I was walking in the street, and I was carrying her like my baby, of course, because she was my baby, okay? And then I saw there was a guy who had a baby, also a baby dog, a puppy, and it has the same, I look, and he had the same breed. So for some reason, I don't know why, I crossed the street and I say hi to him, and you see the reaction that they were from the same breed, okay? The reaction they had, they were licking each other, they were so happy to see it, and they were baby dogs, okay? It tells you that, it shows you that even animal, when they are from the same breed, usually they will, they will be happy together. Africans, the moment we see each other in Europe or in the bus or somewhere in America, we act like we don't know each other. And I saw that many times, and I'm sure that some of you will recognize yourself. I don't know why this habit is from, but like I said before, we are poor in mentality. We are poor in every aspect of the world. I'm sorry to say that, it's a fact. Only people have this, who are poor, okay, in the head and in mentality, we act like that. Because it doesn't cost anything to be courteous, to be, you know, there is something about humanity. And I understand why sometimes, why people say, are you really human? Because the way you act, okay, it's just like animalistic sometimes, okay? I don't ask you your number. I don't ask you anything. But it doesn't cost you say, hey, how are you? Or where are you from? You know, it doesn't cost anything to be courteous. But usually, you African who do that, you avoid, or even Black Americans, you do the same thing. The moment you see another Black, or you know, you are uncomfortable. You know, it shows that, and this is something I want to say before I add the other part of the video. It shows self-hate. You know, the Bible never lies. You know, the Bible never lies. The Bible is the timeless book, and it's a truth. The Bible says, love thy neighbor like you love yourself, as if you love yourself, like you love yourself. In order to love thy neighbor, you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, there is no way that you can love thy neighbor. And I say that many times, and I repeat that again. Maybe because what I'm doing is awakening our conscience. Why people, they love themselves. That's why they love each other. It's not, there is no doubt about it. That's why, yeah, we call them racist. Okay, you people, because I don't talk about racism, you Black people, when you go to that country, you complain about racism. Okay, it's one thing. All right. But in your own country, in Africa where you are coming from, you don't even have half of what you have in these countries of Europe or in America. Your authorities don't even care about giving you the comfort or have proper electricity and water in your home. In our countries, we don't even apply human rights, okay? But the racists in their countries still have a minimum of knowledge and applying a minimum of human rights. Even when they say illegals and everything, illegals still have lawyers to defend their cases. In Africa, you will never see that, okay? You complain about racism in your cars everywhere. You take your video camera, you talk about that. But the question I have to you is one thing. How do you treat your Black brother, your Black sister, okay? This is the question I have for you. You complain about racism in the white people countries. In your own country, how your authority treats you. Okay, how do they treat you? The racists, they are racist, no problem. But you, in your country where you are coming from, you are the same people who are okay with corruption in your countries. You are the same people who are okay with nepotism in your country. You are the same people who are okay with stealing, mismanagement, negligence, embezzlement. You are the same people who are okay to be mistreated by your authority. But the moment, okay, you go to European country, you go to America, you bomb your toes, you complain about racism, but in your own country, you can't even open your mouth to denounce, for denunciation of what you are living, the oppression you are living in your own country. Free speech, I know free speech is dying little by little, even in Europe. You saw, and I think you watched the speech that J.D. Vance, okay, the VP of America, did in Europe. Okay, you heard what he said, that even in Europe now, it looks like Europe is changing, is no longer giving that free speech that people fought for decades. People fought, okay, for this, fighting for this free speech. And unfortunately, it looks like in Europe now, as he stated, it looks like there is no more free speech in Europe, and they are killing that part. But you complain about racism, no problem. But in your own country, you are miserable. You complain about racism in their countries, I agree, yes. But in your own country, how are you treated? How do you live there? You have to be honest. The racists are the ones who still, in a way, apply human rights. Tell me in your jails in Africa, if you have minimum of human rights. Yes, people committed crime, but they are still human. How are they treated in jail in Africa? Tell me about that. Animal rights. Do you know any animal rights? When we in Africa, we see an animal dying, what do? We do almost nothing. In this country of the racist people, when they see an animal is in danger or is about to die, they save the animal or is about to be in danger, or even if the animal tries to cross the street, the car, he will protect the animal. He put it in the safe place. Do we do that in Africa? In Africa, the dog is working normally for him. The dog is already suffering because you don't even take care. You never take responsibility of what you have. The dog, you take a dog, you can't even take care of the dog properly. The dog goes everywhere, wandering everywhere. And the thing that you do with the suffering, that the dog is already suffering because it doesn't eat properly. Someone in the street sees the dog and go kick the dog. You kick the dog. What kind of behavior it is? It's animalistic. Even in the animal kingdom, they don't do that. And you are surprised that people ask the question, why are you like that? Are you okay in your head? And you are surprised about it. I'm sick and tired of this hypocrisy. Pan-Africanism, I agree with it. Do you understand? I agree with it. But the problem is, Pan-Africanism has always existed. It's not a new doctrine. It's not a new ideology, I will say like that. But why is not working? Why do you think it's not working? It's not working because African and black people in general, we have self-hate. This is the truth. This is the problem we are facing. We are hating each other. We have self-hate. Before hating someone, it starts by ourselves. That's why when the black American see an African, there is something that reminds him of something that he doesn't like. That's why the black of the Caribbean, like I say, my aunt saw the black of the French black, the black French or the French of the black Caribbean. When he sees an African, he want to run. He doesn't want to be close because there is something that he remembers that reminds him something of the black in general. But we Africans, we don't do either. We don't do better either. We don't do better either. See how we act. We go in the buses. We go in the metro. You are loud. Why are you loud? Why do you speak loud on your phone? What kind of habit is it? You go to home. You are